Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for waiting. So
Oh.
before we get into everything, well, not before. So we're gonna start off with Gronk.
Yeah,
Gronk,
he retired.
The
Gronk
Gronk.
hung him up.
Gronk.
NFL's gonna be a lot different.
It's gonna be weird.
Gronkowski.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm gonna
weird not
miss him
seeing him
so
there.
much.
So as a Jets fan, for me personally,
He's not tormenting your team anymore.
He's not tormenting my team, but I never hated Gronk.
Really?
I
don't think you can. I don't think anybody can hate Gronk.
You can't hate Gronk.
I
He's
know
awesome.
people
the
who
best.
hate Gronk, but it's weird. Like, how could I
don't know.
can't hate the guy?
You can't
man.
hate the guy.
That's like
You hate
hating
the-
Derek. That's
hate
like
the
hating
team.
Derek Jeter or Mariano Rivera.
Exactly. You can't.
You don't hate.
You cannot hate Gronk.
That's like hating Henrik Lundqvist.
He's okay. You can hate him, but
No, you watch it over there, Devils fan.
no, you know what I mean though. But
Yeah.
you can't you can hate him for what he does to your team. Like as he tormented the Jets, except Jamal Adams put him in his place this year, even though the Patriots still won by 30. Anyway, like he's just a fun guy. Like you can't. He seems like he's having fun always out there.
He's a beast on the
He's
field.
a beast on the
but,
field.
He wants to be a pro wrestler. I mean, hey.
I mean,
Hey,
Gronk.
I could definitely see that.
I mean, whatever he does,
He was at a WrestleMania a couple years ago.
He was. He was with Mojo Riley. I remember that.
I think it was 32.
I don't know the numbers. I don't know wrestling.
It was probably
Personally,
32.
I think Gronk will stay retired for. Who knows?
You think
Maybe
it's a
he'll actually
Marshawn
stay
Lynch
retired,
type stitch?
but Personally, I think he might just stay retired for 1 or 2 years, and then he'll be like,
N-
you know what? I gotta come back. I can't stand
Yeah.
this anymore.
Nah.
Or he might be like Calvin Johnson, because remember when Calvin Johnson retired, it was like he's gonna come back.
And then
He hasn't
just-
come back yet,
and he's not gonna come
and
back.
he's not gonna come back. Exactly. He's getting
That
older
was
now.
so sad. Calvin Johnson, one of my favorite players ever.
Make
But
it
so-
fun.
Well, but he could be like a Marshawn Lynch, or he could be like a Calvin Johnson.
I
You
don't think.
know
Yeah,
what
I
type
don't
of
think he's
situation
gonna
this could
come
be.
back because I feel like he retired. I feel like he still wanted to play, but I feel like he had to retire based on the fact that he was injured very often.
Yeah, but like time off could heal his body.
That's true, but
You know what I mean?
yeah, we'll see what he does.
Time off could heal his body up. Because
Yeah.
that's another reason why I say Gronk is not going to do WWE, because
Really?
his body is so beat up from football already. I think he wants to take a rest. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously he's not going to go straight into wrestling. He'll probably take a couple months, maybe even a year off, and then he'll probably start training for that.
yeah. If he's going to go into wrestling, I could definitely see that.
But like Ronda Rousey did it.
Well,
Ronda
Rousey doesn't
is
count.
a lot different.
How
from
does Ronda Rousey not
Gronkowski.
count?
Well, Ronda,
She did not have the wear and tear that Gronkowski had
Yeah.
at all.
That's true.
she was dominating all of her fights. She realistically
Not anymore.
Wrestling
Not-
takes a lot of wear and tear on you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And I don't think, Gronk's ready for that at this stage. If he does wrestling, it's only gonna be like for part time.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what Brock Lesnar does. He does it part time.
Yeah.
Well, Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, no, I don't like Brock.
He's
Lesnar.
not.
I don't like him either.
I don't think anyone
He's not.
does.
He's not coming back after WrestleMania 35. Apparently.
All right, so that means he's probably losing his match then.
Oh yeah.
But,
Another retirement, right? Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson retired.
Shout out to Michael Pevney for watching this. I'm sorry about Jordy Nelson. Both of our favorite players are retiring this year.
Sorry, Michael.
But he had a very good career. I know how much Jordy Nelson. He never really did anything wrong. He was a great route runner.
He was on my fantasy team
One
last
of-
year. Didn't do anything. But
Top 5 wide receiver in his heyday,
in his prime.
in his
In
prime.
his prime.
But it's sad to see him go. I thought he was gonna latch on with another team, but I'm sad to see him retire.
Me too.
But I don't know, because he is another one. A good,
You hate
great,
to see.
great
You hate
guy.
to see players like Jordy and Gronk leave.
Yeah.
Players that just do no wrong.
They do no wrong. He's a great guy. They're both great football players too. And granted, yeah, he had Aaron Rodgers, but like the quarterback, like it's not all the quarterback though. You got to give.
Yeah, and Jordy Nelson didn't even like. It's not like he was super fast or like he was super athletic. He was just
He's
like
a smart route running.
he was a
wide
smart
receiver.
running wide receiver, and he was just he was great.
He's a great person, great football player. Sad to see. It's gonna be weird, like because I thought it was gonna be weird seeing Jordy Nelson not in the Packers. It's even weird not to see him in the NFL. And same with Gronk.
Yeah.
I feel like even more so with Gronk, even though because it's just I don't know. But two retirements, like it's gonna be weird. Do you put Jordy Nelson? I know Gronk's in the Hall of Fame. Do you put Jordy Nelson in the Hall of Fame or no?
Not his first year.
Not his first
Not his
year.
first
No.
year. He's not first
I don't think
ballot.
Jordy Nelson's a Hall of Famer.
Not
No.
nah.
I think he'll eventually
Gronk's
get
a
out.
Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Gronk's a Hall of Famer. That's no
Sure.
question. But Jordy, he has a Super Bowl, right? Jordy has a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's not a Hall of Famer.
Who did the
in my
Packers
opinion.
beat that year?
They beat the
Steelers.
Steelers. Like, they beat Roethlisberger and the Steelers. That
Well,
year.
you know, Roethlisberger. I'm not a big. Nobody's a big fan of.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, It's gonna be weird not watching the NFL without Gronk and Jordy. I just said that, but
Yeah, you want to repeat yourself
yeah, maybe, but
just a little bit?
it's just sad. It's like players that I grew up watching, from Gronkowski to Jordy Nelson and all these other guys. It's good. All these other guys
They're
are
all
gonna start
retiring
retiring.
now.
It's really in every sport.
Yeah, like all these.
Because in baseball, you had David Wright and Jeter and Mo and all those
Basketball,
guys.
Dwayne Wade,
Dwayne
and
Wade,
Kobe, and
Chris
all those guys.
Bosh, Carmelo.
Yeah, all these guys that I grew up all these guys that we grew up watching, and we look
on the team now. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like
It's crazy to think 10 years ago, Carmelo was like one of the best players in the NBA.
it's crazy.
And now it's just like, hey, he's not even on the team.
It's crazy to think that like in 2011, Gronk had like I think it's 2011. He had like one of the best seasons ever as tight end. He had like, I think he was like he became like the first tight end to lead the NFL in receiving touchdowns.
You want to hear something crazy?
Something like that.
Danny?
Yeah.
It's been 10 years ago, Yankees won the World Series. It's been 10 years.
It's just with like,
It's like, wow.
I don't know.
Just to think about it, like 10 years have passed already.
Yeah.
I remember that World Series too.
And
Crazy.
another thing that happened in the NFL though, this is the biggest thing actually to me, even though Gronk retired.
Mhm.
There's a rule change.
About time.
A rule change. This is a win for
The Saints.
the Saints as
Well, not
Yeah.
really, because they can't really challenge now.
yeah. One sec.
Yeah.
I had to get the official change up. 1 second.
I'm pretty sure it's just you can challenge pass interference calls.
I don't know if I really like it.
You don't like it? So I'm getting the official rule up. 1 second. Schefter tweeted it before.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
You can always trust Schefter.
So all right. All offensive and defensive pass interference calls, as well as non-calls, will now be challenged per league source.
Non-calls?
Non-calls.
That's
So
honestly.
Oh, no, they're bugging with that one.
No.
They're bugging with the
I
non-calls.
like that.
No.
I feel like calls should be challenged.
Well, the reason why they threw the no call in there is
Non-calls,
because
I don't see the.
Well, I feel like
how non-calls should.
I feel like because
should be up there.
because they threw the non-call
really
in there
don't see
because
it.
of the fact that obviously what we saw with the NFC Championship game where there should have been a call. So that's why they did that. I'm okay with it actually because the team, first of all, team only gets 2 challenges, right? They only get 2. They only get 2 challenges. So
True.
So I feel like there's better situations to use your
You are
challenge rather than there's multiple situations where you'd rather get like a pass, like you'd rather use your challenge on like
This is going to influence like how coaches use their challenges too. You have to remember that.
yeah.
That's interesting.
It's
This is going to be like a factor in games next year.
That's why I think it's okay. That's why I'm okay with I'm perfectly fine with it. I think it should be challenged. It's not because it's important to get the calls right. If they challenge it and get the call wrong, then the ref should be fired.
It's going to be very interesting.
Ugh.
Because this could be like the deciding factor. Say a coach wants to use a challenge on a pass interference instead of using it on a key play later in the game.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
Like that.
So that's why I think it's
Exactly.
worth it to like. That's why I think it's worth it to make it non-call also, because let's say if they don't call it, then like if they didn't say non-calls and they don't call it, then there's nothing you can do about it. Even if it's clearly a pass, like in like the Saints game, like if they with the rule without the non-call, like they wouldn't have been able to challenge. They only would have been able to challenge it if there was an actual call.
Mhm.
But I don't know. And they also admitted that they got that call wrong also in that press conference.
They clearly got that.
Yeah,
call
they
wrong.
finally admitted it though.
Clearly.
It took them a while to admit it, but they did it. They admitted it. I'm happy they did. But
I could care less that they admitted it because they
Well, let's
didn't
go
do
Saints
anything to
Nation.
change it.
Then.
So and nothing would have changed it, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, I know.
You just gotta feel for Drew Brees. He set an all-time.
Exactly.
He sets an all-time yardage record.
Nothing's gonna take it
And the
away
same
from those Saints players.
year,
Mm-hmm.
you get screwed out of a Super. They would have beaten the Patriots, hands down. Drew Brees and this. No, I don't me, because hear me out. It's Drew Brees and the Saints who would have beaten New England. That's where I'm gonna leave it.
You can't say that though.
I can though because I just did.
I mean, you can't like make some because we wouldn't know. We
Kris,
wouldn't know.
What do you
Guess
think?
what? I think the Saints would have won,
Thank you.
but you definitely can't say that because you can't count the Patriots out. So
They
I
did.
can't say for sure who would
They
have won the
did.
game.
They did win.
But I
They
think the
did
Saints
beat
were
the
robbed of a
Rams.
chance to make the Super Bowl.
I think the scoring would have been at least if the Saints were in the Super Bowl. The scoring would have been higher.
I can agree with that. I've actually, if you give Belichick's 2 weeks with anyone though,
Such
like,
a boring Super Bowl though.
I enjoyed watching it.
13
I
to-
liked watching it.
13-3. Come on.
That was our first show. Fun fact.
Was it
That
Super Bowl
was
show?
It was,
That
yes.
was first show.
It was.
Look at that.
That was our first show, and look how far we've
Wow,
come.
it seems so long ago. It really wasn't that long ago.
A month and a
It was
half ago.
less than 2 months ago. Like that's crazy.
Less than a month.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Think about all
Month
that's
and a half.
happened since then.
Yeah, but anyway, point is that like I'm happy that they changed I'm happy that they're reviewing stuff. I'm one of those people that think they should review like as many things as possible. Like obviously you can't review everything, but like as many. I think they should be able to review like as many things as possible.
Yeah, but like
can you review
again,
offsides or
you
no?
can't go so far. Then
Yeah,
that like you take human eye out of the game. Come on.
because human mistake is part of the game. And
Yeah, I
happens.
feel you too. Like I feel
But
like human mistakes part of the game.
I'm
too.
one of those people that think
That's
like
my opinion.
I think it's more important to get the call right rather than having like the
Yeah.
human aspect in it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's kind of, but like I don't know. I'm happy to change the rule though. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good change. It'll D-backs will be more careful than because now I realize they can review the call if they don't call it. But I'm all for it.
Mhm.
It's good.
It's a good.
Honestly, if you think about it, this has been a long time coming because we've seen throughout the last couple of seasons, especially all the missed calls, the no
Yeah.
calls, the blown calls, and especially with the pass interference. You know, a couple times this year with the Giants. Not because I'm a Giant fan. I've seen. There was a game. I think it was Giants Eagles. It was towards the end. Odell had. I don't know. It was a defensive back. I don't know who it was, but he had Odell's arm, and he had it grabbed, so Odell couldn't get his second hand up to get the ball, and they clear as day, saw it and didn't call it.
and if the review would have changed that call.
Review would have changed the call. Giants would have won.
But not the one thing they got to one other thing they got to fix is the Clay Matthews thing. They got to admit that was wrong. They
What
got to
happened?
they got to
Yeah.
fix the roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
That's the next thing they got to
too
fix.
soft now.
That's awful. Quarterback, because you know what you're like the quarterback's like thing is like, oh, don't hit us that hard. You know what you're signing up for. It's football.
They're trying to.
I mean,
Protect.
I never played, so like I can't really say. Like I don't really know if I'm saying is right.
Yeah.
I know Chris, would you agree with me on that? I know you played.
You played football.
What? Yeah.
Like
what?
you know what you're signing up for as a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I know you didn't play quarterback, but like you know, like you're
You know
gonna
what
get
you're
hit.
signing up
What were
for.
you?
Yeah.
You know you're
What
gonna
were you?
get
Tight
hit.
end?
They just the reason why they did it is because they want to protect the guys because they don't want like guys like Aaron Rodgers and stuff like that getting hurt and costing the league money.
You can
because
get hurt. A quarterback
they
can
would
get hurt
be in big
anytime.
games and big primetime like Monday
Yeah.
night, Sunday night football games, and the league would be missing out because the players are hurt. So they'd be missing out on viewers. So that's the reason why they don't want
Yeah, but
these quarterbacks getting hurt and injured
if you think about
on
it,
the sacks because they don't want them injured because they make more money when they're playing.
yeah, but if you think about it, a quarterback can get really injured at any time. If like it could be. I'm not saying like it's gonna happen, but like
Definitely.
if like Danny, if you're a quarterback and like I just like and I hit you legally, perfectly fine. You can something freak happen. You could fall. You can tear something in your shoulder. You could break a rib. If you fall the wrong way, you could hurt your ankle.
So you're okay with the roughing the passer? Thing?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm. What I'm trying to say is, you can't. You're not going to be able to protect. You're not like no matter how many rules they make, you can't protect a quarterback from a freak accident.
exactly.
It's football.
It's football. You can't protect.
You're gonna get hit. Like it's
No matter what happens, you can get hurt anytime on the
I
field.
understand helmet to helmet, but like
like
other
Oh
stuff.
no, how much?
the Clay Matthews thing. That has to be one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's another other than a call like
You got to feel for
Mm.
Clay.
I know. He's a Ram now though. So that's another thing that happened. He's on the
Another thing
Rams.
you would never see is Clay Matthews leaving the Packers. It's going
Yeah.
to be shocking this year
I
because
know.
we grew up with Clay
Clay
Matthews.
On
the Packers.
Rams.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
know what's,
sign.
you know what's
for them.
another funny signing?
What?
Fitzpatrick to the Dolphins.
That's a funny
Well,
sign.
didn't they trade Tannehill?
They did trade Tannehill.
Yeah, they traded him to the Titans. Like that
That's
Why would he go to the Titans?
Maybe it's Miami's year.
So it's two injury-prone quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, like that doesn't make any sense.
Who, Mariota and Tannehill?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both very both injury
I
prone.
like Mariota, but I feel like Fitzpatrick can do something amazing
No,
in Miami.
Fitzpatrick they're either going to draft a quarterback, play him behind Fitzpatrick for a year, and then have him play, or they're going to have Fitzpatrick the entire year and then draft a quarterback next year after they win 4 games.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dolphins fans, if you're watching.
Sorry, Dad. I know my dad.
I know they're happy with the Tannehill.
My pop's a
I
big
know
Dolphin fan.
Patrick's bad.
my dad was happy with the Tannehill trade. I
My
remember he said
my
that.
dad did not like Tannehill whatsoever.
I don't think I liked him though. I love Tannehill.
You know the Dolphins are tanking. They're
yeah,
tanking.
but
All the way.
it's a good trade for both teams, I guess, because one of them they get a backup quarterback on the Titans. Nice remembering, Danny.
Good job, Danny.
But so the Titans give it to
Also-
because when he's healthy, I feel like he's like a starter. He's not like a great starter, but like he's serviceable.
Yeah.
So if the Titans will be okay now, regardless of like whether someone gets hurt or not.
Also, didn't the Colts sign Justin Houston?
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
a good signing for the Colts.
Yeah. That's a big time
Yeah.
signing to add to them.
All right. You guys want to take a break?
Take a
Yeah.
nice little break.
We take a little break. We're going to talk about the UFC,
Yep.
actually,
Yep.
Conor McGregor, and we're also going to talk, if we have time, we're going to fade in a little baseball.
Look, the next segment's gonna be all you two.